Hey folks, Jean Kalinda here, and I want to talk to you for a few minutes about collecting payments. Now, there are several methods of collecting payments from your customers. There's the old-fashioned collect cash or checks. I do not recommend this. The last thing you want to be doing is running around trying to collect checks from people or telling them to mail it to you, and then they say, "Oh, I mailed it." And then it's like, the old checks in the mail routine. I don't like this. I have a few customers from 20 years ago for my answering service business that I still let mail checks. But listen, the first time any of them are ever late or say, "Oh, I thought I mailed it," uh, we're done with that. And I insist that they go on an automated program. I have one veterinarian out in the country, and he is just so terrified of online things that when we came to an impasse about this because he kept forgetting to mail the check, I told him the only way I could keep him as a client was for him to pay a year in advance with a check. And you know what? He did. I couldn't believe it. But anyway, that's kind of unusual, but I don't recommend that. Now, what I use, and it's my very favorite way to collect money, is QuickBooks Online. I've been using it for over 20 years. It is so seamless. I never have to worry about anything. In fact, as I make this for you, this is June the 30th, and tomorrow on July 1st, I will wake up and I will go and look in my QuickBooks account and I will see a lot of money being transferred to my bank account automatically. I never have to deal with this. Now, the other option I want to tell you about is PayPal. It's easy and it's cheap, but I cannot tell you exactly how to do this because I don't do it. I use PayPal for selling courses online, but it's not the same thing as collecting from a brick and mortar business. So I really can't be your support person for that because I don't know how to do it. But I will show you where you can find help with that. So let's look at QuickBooks for a minute. I went online and I found this. I went to QuickBooks Online and I found these pricing plans. So I got on a chat and I asked them which one of these you have to have in order to set up recurring payments. And the answer was the Essentials package and on up. Now I use that one called the most popular, which is $38. No, it's $35 listed here. I wind up paying about $38 a month. It must be tax or something. But I've been using that forever, and it just flat out works. I don't know what the advanced is, but if I don't need it, I know for sure you don't need it. So anyway, the Essentials program. Now, I also got a deal for you. I found a personal rep for you. In that chat, I was telling him that I have a lot of customers who may want to use it, and here's what he told me. He said, if you will email him at james_merritt@intuit.com. Now, Intuit is the company that owns QuickBooks. He said, give them my business name, which is InTouch Solutions, and give them my email address, which is associated with my account, Jean@callintouch.com. He said he will give you special attention. And if enough of you sign up, there could be a discount, but there were no promises. So we'll see what happens there. Now, I'm guessing that there's a certain number of you that would have to sign up before he would apply that. He would not give me that information. So I couldn't get any more from him. This is not an affiliate link for me. I just wanted to do something that would help you all. And that way you'd have a personal rep at your disposal. Also, no matter what you do, you're going to need a merchant account to collect money via credit cards, debit cards, and also bank drafts. Now, I use the Intuit Merchant Services just because it's owned by QuickBooks and it was really convenient and easy to set up. And you know what? I could probably shop around and find another, half a point or something off of my, what they call the discount rate, which I think is a hysterical way to say my fee. But anyway, I'm sure I could, but I just don't want to fool with it because this works and it's worked for years. But here's the thing. When I set up a new customer now, I really push for setting up a bank draft inside of QuickBooks because the fee on that's only 50 cents. So if I have, oh, like a customer was paying me, let's just choose $500 a month. And if the fee on that were 3%, then that's $15 versus 50 cents. That's a no-brainer. So I push for that, and I remind them how that QuickBooks has been around for 30 years or something, and they're secure. Your payment information is all secure, and it really is, because once you input that bank draft information, you need the routing number and you need the account number and the name of the bank. Once you put that in, you can't even go back and see it. It is really encrypted. So QuickBooks has a wonderful reputation for being secure. And I remind them of that. And most people say, okay, no problem. If they insist on credit or debit, okay, take it. But I always push for the bank draft. And in fact, when I figured out how cheap it was with the 50 cents, I had someone on my staff to call all my customers and tell them that we were moving to this and would they please do it this way. And most of them said yeah. So they didn't even ask me why. Now on PayPal, I can't give you instructions and I can't be your support desk for PayPal. But here's what I did. I went to YouTube and I searched for setting up invoices in PayPal 2019, or I searched for invoicing and collecting payments with PayPal. I also found some good videos on the difference in the personal and the business PayPal. And I learned by watching a few of those videos that you can use a personal PayPal account, but probably if you have a growing business, you're going to want to change it to a business, which you can do later. And then you got better tracking for your taxes and things like that. So anyway, just go onto YouTube, search around. You'll find some really good help there. And I think you'll be really happy with what you see. Now, the other two things I want to tell you about are Stripe and Square. And I know you've probably heard about these, but in doing my research about these, I learned that these were developed more for website coding, people who sell e-com like Shopify and eBay sellers. I don't recommend this for the entry-level person. I would rather see you go spend 20 bucks a month on QuickBooks and get set up that way, or just to go ahead and figure out PayPal. So that is my best advice on collecting payments. Talk to you later.